Hi, this is Michelle and Jim from No Worries RVing, and we are headed to Koreshan State Park.
From our lot, we have a path to the bathroom here. It's concrete and looks pretty nice. So I got the people have just made their own path to it, but turn here. And they've got a path to the bathroom too. Not something I'd really want to go to through the night, but during the day it's not bad. This is the men's restroom. Typical state park, Florida State Park bathrooms or showers. They're not bad. And of course the rest of the restroom. How you doing? Snack machine, cold drink machine. Usually these campgrounds have a place to camp here in the middle, not just a walkway. So it's different. Like I said, it's not something I don't think you want to walk to at night. But during the day, it's not bad. We're still here at Koreshan State Park, and this is the historic settlement, they call it. And the Koreshans were a religious sect. They moved here that it was a commune, and they believed that the universe existed inside the center of the earth. They lived celibate lives. They had a farm here, a nursery, botanical garden. Their cultural activities included art and music. And in 1961, they just basically gave this site to the state of Florida, and that's where it became a park. They have outdoor concerts here. They do give tours of the park. They're $10 each, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. Certain days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have a ghost walk. I think that was $20. This is one of the surviving buildings.
Here was constructed in 1905, and it's called the Art Hall.
They used to do plays here and theatrical performances.
Good.
So this is the settlement.
So this house right here that Jim's pointing at, that is the planetary house, and it was ran by the women. Actually ran this place. So there were 7 women on the council. They each had their own room. The oldest building is this building over here, which is the founder's house. It was built in 1896. So that one there was built in 1904. The founder's house is the oldest surviving house in the settlement, and it was owned by Dr. Cyrus Teed. So we're gonna go look around and check out some of the buildings, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings that we can see just
standing here.
Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buildings and a step.
They actually had a 12 by 16 stationary steam engine here, and it was near the laundry. The laundry was in this area, and the steam engine probably powered a lot of the machines there. It seems to be like their industrial area where they actually produce some stuff. They said they were industrious people. This is a wood shop. Full of machine tools, saws, lathe back there. A big old bandsaw, a little plow, all kinds of mechanics tools, saws, old table saw, which is cool. Steam engine, pulleys back there. A couple of lathes, or one lathe, a planer, a big drill press, a couple of drill presses. Really neat. All the workings are up above. I don't know if it's coming in, it's kind of dark in here.
That was their cafe. There's a big stove and whole kitchen area set up. But go in there, there's a huge...
This is a generator building, they call it. It's like a generated power for the settlement. This is the Koreshan Bakery, or Koreshan Bakery. It's one of the things that's open here today. So they actually made breads and baked goods here. Kind of neat. This is what they call a bamboo landing, and most people arrived here by boat, so this is the first picture they saw of the settlement. So it's just all mangroves and everything until they got here and they saw a landing, an actual landing to this settlement. Okay, this is the Dam Kohler cottage. And Mr. Dam Kohler is the guy who actually sold this land to Dr. Cyrus Teed, who was the organizer of the religion. He was a convert to the religion, so he sold him 300 acres. But he became disillusioned with him and ended up moving to Alaska, where he died.
Where he died a few years later. This used to be just a trail, and then in the 1920s, it became the Tamiami Trail, which then eventually became the real Tamiami Trail, those we know it now with all the cars and stuff. But it was an actual foot trail.
Founder's house. Anyway, kind of a neat place. It's we didn't expect to find this back here. We thought it was just maybe an old building or something. It turns out it's a whole settlement. And the Koreshans, they had a bunch of buildings. They were here for almost 100 years. So it's kind of a thriving place. They were industrious, it said, which probably helps a lot. This is the boat ramp here at Koreshan State Park. And this is the Estero River, and they say you can find, I see manatees there, birds of course, mangrove, snapper, sheep's head, redfish. This is the place where you can launch. How you doing? It's like old sandbags they use to hold up the shore. Anyway, a neat place to go kayaking or paddleboarding or whatever. And of course it says alligators are present. Okay, we just arrived at Fort Myers Beach. South. As far south as we can find. They have beach parking. A lot of the area here is still being recovered from hurricane. We were kind of surprised because there is a lot of damage still. And we're at South Fort Myers Beach. The tide is out, so we need to kind of get going while the tide is still out to find some good shells. So we'll let you know what we find. Here's part of the beach, just so you can see it. There's people already walking up and down it, and we're here at 7:15, so need to get going.
We're done shelling.
We did pretty good. We got a lot of what they call barrels.
We got a lot of little shells that are barrels, but we got a couple of shark eyes. We got a couple of shark eyes. We got some
that is a huge dog.
Godly something snails and some tulips. We'll show you at the end here. But first we wanted to show you just how bad it still is down here.
There you got hit pretty hard.
This is the area that got really wiped out, South Beach. South Fort Myers. As you can see, there's still some businesses that are okay, but if you look on the other side, that's not, these parking lots didn't exist before, not all those, and you'll see there's like whole spots where there's just nothing. And now it's beach parking for some of it for $20 there, but you'll see here in a minute a bunch of it's still really bad down here.
A lot of businesses are operating out of trailers.
Yeah, so you can see here the hardware's open. That's the hardware store. And then there's some food places. You'll see a lot of RVs. Some of it's workers staying in it, and some people are just living out of it. And then if you look over here, you can still see some of the buildings that are just totally demolished, that they haven't torn down yet. You can see there. Better looking out Jim's window.
A lot of them for sale.
Yeah, on that side of the road, you can really tell that there's a bunch that have been totally devastated still. Some of these have reopened for business, but then you'll have another one, like that one is all boarded up. Still, they're working on the inside of it. This one says open our new location. This one's all boarded up. That's all boarded up. And then you'll see where they've tore some down. These haven't been tore down. Looks like they're trying to rebuild some of those. And then you'll have a spot here where they've just ripped it completely out. And then you have other ones like this that are just still standing. It looks like that was a church, but we're not 100% sure. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy, but like these parking lots were not parking lots before. But anyways, we just wanted to give you a quick show that it is not. See right here, this is a really bad area. And it gives you an idea what it looked like. Just some of the devastation.
A lot of stuff for sale.
And yeah, there's a lot of stuff for sale and it's not cheap. But there's still a lot of stuff that's destroyed. Anyways, don't forget, you know, we have one disaster after another and wars and conflicts and everything else, but people in the United States are still hurting down here in Florida. It's not back to normal or even close to being. Yeah, some of these people were very, very wealthy, but some of these people that lived here were not wealthy at all. Especially on this side of the road. There's another church that was demolished. Their grandparents had these houses, and that's how they were able to live in it when nobody wanted to live here because it was a swamp.
They're working on that place?
Yeah, they're working on that one. So I know we think, oh, well, you know, those people have money. Well, maybe the people that own this land on this side do now, but, you know, some people died.
They got a lot less.
They got a lot less, and I don't know that I'd be wanting to buy some expensive real estate right now with the way things are. So just keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. It's not back to normal. So now we're going to get back and show you what we got at the beach. And come support the local businesses here. They appreciate it. Okay, we said we would show you some of the shells that we found on Fort Myers Beach. So we found a lot of tulips like this. We found several nutmegs that are like that. We found some, they're called Scottish bonnets. And then here's some more. You see those. We found some shark eyes. I found about 10 shark eyes. Some are a little bit bigger, but these are the smaller ones that I kept. This one, it's broke, but it also has a drill hole, so it depends on how you put it, like in your resin or whatever, to keep it. I found an alphabet, and alphabets are very difficult to find. You find these usually down by Marco Island in southern Florida, but every once in a while you're lucky and you can find them at Fort Myers Beach. And I think I found one up north once at Casperson. And then you can see we found a couple of these. These are called worm. Well, one's a Florida worm, and this is a regular worm. And then we found a couple sand dollars. I have three more that I'm soaking right now, and I have a sea urchin that is soaking, and then I have a bunch of rolls, barrel rolls, that are currently being cleaned. But this is just a few of them, and if you can see over here, I've already started putting them away. So here Jim can show you my container that I put them in, and then I actually have it labeled shark eyes. What's this one called? Sharp drill, rib drill. That's what these are. And then I have, how do you say that? Bruised moccasins? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Shark eyes, bonnets, nutmegs, and I store them in here, and I make sure after I seal it, I smell it to make sure that I don't still have somehow. Every once in a while, no matter how good you are, you'll find a live shell. It doesn't matter. But we had a great time shelling there on Fort Myers Beach, the southern part of it, and we plan to go back probably several times. It's not that far from the house. It's only like an hour to, how you say that part? Koreshan?
Koreshan.
Yeah, it's only an hour to Koreshan where we're staying right now. So we probably will camp here in the future. But yeah.
You want to show them?
Huh? We'll show them this too, because these are all ones found there too. And then the regular shells. Just regular seashells.
A lot of clams, right?
They're different types. I have that bag, and I have another bag here. But these are the scallops that I found. There's scallops in different ones. I throw the flat ones in one bag and the more clammy looking ones in another bag. But that's what we found on Fort Myers Beach.
Pretty nice. Our carbon monoxide detector has been going off. This one right here.
Of course, it stopped right now.
It's not going off right now, but it's a carbon monoxide gas leak detector combination. Our gas is off right now. And
it's been going, this is like the third time that it's done it. So we went and got a new one up here, which we tested outside with an empty...
I can't see you. Turn it on.
There. This one is a smoke detector / carbon monoxide tester. And we tested it outside with a propane tank, just a separate one, to make sure that it works. It does work. And it has not went off any of the 3 times that one goes off. It'll go off, come back on, go off, and there's nothing on. Like, there's no gas even attached to the camper, and it's going off. So there's obviously something wrong.
And we're using our electric little Polonus space heater here, here at the state park, because this thing heats up our camper really fine. So this one is 5 years old. And I guess that's the outer range for the life of these things.
Yeah, it's actually 6.
6 years old. So it's lasted well past its prime. So we decided to go ahead and order another one from Amazon. This is one we ordered from Amazon. And it's the first time I've opened it. So it comes with a set of instructions. And here's the detector itself. It's a little thinner than the other one. Comes with a mounting plate, it looks like, and real thin.
I'm going to do a zoom up, see. Okay.
Now one thing I noticed on this one, it's got separate alarms, one for carbon monoxide and one for a propane leak. So there are two different sensors here and two different alarms. So you like that one, it goes off, you don't know if it's propane or carbon monoxide. So this one actually will tell you which one that is. Is it you have a carbon monoxide overage in your camper or a propane leak? So either one. Came with wire nuts, mounting screws, and even a little screwdriver. It's cute to put it in with. And a certificate of quality. So I'm going to go take the old one off here and put the new one on and see how it works. First thing I need to do is pull the fuse out of it.
Yeah, the green light just went off. So you can see there's a red and black on the red and black on the new one. So just gonna hook them up together.
Right now, what you need to do is connect the wires together.
I hand Jim the wire nut already. And then he'll just shove that back in the hole once they're hooked up. And we'll show you the finished product.
Okay, I just plugged in the propane gas and carbon monoxide detector. And it is booting up right now. This one is much thinner than the old one. And we'll see how it works.
This campground has 60 sites. It's a small campground. It's very dark in here. So if you're like looking at the stars and stuff, it's a great place to do what's called sky viewing. And it's not close, it's not that far from the ocean. But there is a boat dock, playground, and a village. That's what it gets its name from. That was the name of the village that was here. But again, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and give us a like. And hey, do me a favor, hit that notification bell so you can get all of our videos.